everybody, and welcome to the GarageRoost.com UK Open. It's semi-finals morning. Let's have a little look at what we have coming up for you for this morning's session. Well, as you can see, we have a great game coming up for you on the show ring this morning. We have Paul Foster, MBE, taking on Mark Dawes, world number 8. A little bit later on, we have the second semi-final. That will be Jamie Chesney taking on David Gourlay, MBE. Well, everybody, it's time to get the show on the road and bring on our players. Please welcome the double champion from 2018 and 2021. It's the world number 8, Mark Dawes. And playing against Mark today with a staggering 19 World Bowls Tour titles to his name, including 5 times World Singles Champion. Please welcome world number 4, Paul Foster, MBE.
Jason to join us. Looking forward to a great game here between Mark and Paul. Should be a cracker this one, Jason.
Yeah, I think you're right there, David. This is going to be a cracking game. Both of these players have already played this show rink here at Stanley Indoor Bowls Club. Mark Dawes on a good run. He's playing very consistent at the moment, beating John Fleming 2-0 in round 1. Michael Stepney, well, it was a cracking game. Half the first set, Mark managed to win the second one 8-3, and then edged out Darren Burnett in the quarter-final last night, 2-0 as well. Well, Paul Foster, he's not had an easy run to this semi-final, beating Gary Smith 2-0 in the first round. Jason Greenslade on a very tight tie-break, and Greg Harlow. Well, Greg Harlow was playing some exceptional stuff yesterday. Got off to a cracking start, won 11-1. Paul clawed it back 8-7, and then managed just to edge Greg out in the tie-break there.
Been some fantastic games this week, Jason. The general comments from the players is all 4 rinks that have been used have been very good, conducive to good bowls. Great stuff from Mark.
Yep, this rink definitely favouring the slightly stronger bowl, I think, is to be fair. Paul's playing with tigers just like Dorsey.
Start from both players.
Yeah, the players have had half an hour practice this morning just before the session.
Start from both players.
Good morning to everybody on the live stream. Thank you for joining us again for this inaugural UK Open. See both players colour coordinated today, not their shirts and bowls.
Very smart, those shirts as well.
Yeah, they went down a storm over the last few days on the stream. They are the new Team Henselite tops that have been specially produced for this event, and what a fantastic job they've done with them. They look fantastic and quite modern.
What a ball, Paul. Well played.
You have just joined us. Well, it's the standard 2 sets of 9 ends with a 3-end tie break if needed. Same for the final. We've seen so many good games here, David. I think it's a testament to how good this carpet is and the surface. You know, it's an 8-rink club normally, slightly narrower than normal because the stand is sat on what was the old rink 8.
Yeah. Just watch Mark's ball coming in here.
Just needs to stop.
Mentioned earlier on in the week, considering it's stuck on the top of a shopping centre.
Yeah.
It's been unbelievably consistent for so many years, and even when the rinks have been moved off centre and in between rinks for this week, they've all played really, really well.
Yeah, the whole site's built on at the old colliery, the Louisa colliery. So Paul just staying with the backhand, just looking for a nice delicate draw. As long as it doesn't touch the jack, there's not much danger.
Great opening end.
So opening end to Paul Foster.
Set score 1-0 first set.
Quite some interesting movement on the provisional world ranking list, David, so far. Obviously at the end of each game we keep it up to date. Mark Royal has suddenly just dropped out of the 16 now. There's nothing he can do to get himself back in that, because this is the last event for this indoor season, so he's going to be sat at 17. Interestingly, if Paul wins this game, he gets 10 world ranking points for this game. That will see him world rank number one at the start of next season. So this is a big game for Paul in a few different ways. Mark's climbed his way up to provisionally ranked 7th at the moment. We'll go to 6 if he wins this one.
It's great to see these tournaments creating that shift on the top 16. Gives everybody something to play for. There's been some very good performances from qualifiers as well, and they've put themselves in the mix.
Well, if this can just make the trip now, it's a
It's very close again.
great bowl.
Great stuff.
Paul may just go a little bit quick at these. Plays a forehand, he's going to go quick, yeah, looking to split them away from the jack.
Oh, he's got an awful result there.
Yep, that's not a good result.
Still too many, yeah. Benny, just going to respot outside. Thank you.
Mark running for cover.
Yeah, it's a small target. Wouldn't want to make it any bigger by just dropping slightly wide of the target. So yeah, going for the spot. May just make Paul play down the backhand now. Well, just needs to make the trip.
Mile away, it's a great effort after a run-up. You're running, Mark. If you are, you've played 3 smoking balls. You have as well. Great stuff.
Dawes sets score 1-3 after 2 ends.
Well, Matt's slightly up, just a couple of metres, so you're looking at about 28.5 metre length jack. It's slightly longer than the portable rink by a metre. It's 30.5 metres tee to tee. It is just a normal bona fide bowls rink, and a very good one at that. So,
Mark's been around the circuit for a lot of years, Jason, but since he broke into the top 16, he just seems to have gone skywards. He's just been phenomenal the last few years.
yeah, I think it's fair to say over the last couple of seasons he's been the best two-bowl singles player, hasn't he? Those first two bowls of Mark Dawes are where, you know, he does a lot of damage. But as usual, whilst Paul Foster's in any tournament, he's the big threat, isn't he?
Absolutely. Good again, eh, Mark? I just went a bit further than I thought.
Well, again, if you can just get back to the centre line and beat those two back bowls. A little bit unlucky to fall out, but it serves a purpose.
It does.
No, just the one down.
Just over again.
Yeah, just the pace. For those wondering what the schedule is today, well, the second semi-final between David Gourlay, MBE, and Jamie Chesney is 12:30, and then the UK Open final will be 3 o'clock.
Slight overcorrection from Mark.
Well, it's slightly short of the head, but it's not in the way for a forehand draw. Just Paul's had a look at this. I think he's only just got the 1 second, David, so I don't think he'll be playing anything too flash. He could go underneath for the jack down the backhand if he wanted to be brave.
Just stay the same.
Yeah.
Minor adjustment.
Speaking with a forehand, it's a good forehand this. If you get, you know, dead pace, it will always come back for you at the end.
It does. Slightly under this, is it? Is he going to beat the front ball?
Just needs to miss that, even a little touch. Well, nearly.
One shot. That's it.
Mark Dawes, set score 1-4 after 3 ends.
Yep, sticking to the same length, mat up 2 metres.
Jack length 27.5 metres.
Needs to run.
Yeah, get by the ball, he's good.
Yeah,
He's
just
in there.
slid in. Mr. Mackay has entered the building.
Away from the crowd there.
It's because he's got his shoes off again. Well, make the trip.
Yeah, well played, Mark. Interesting that they're both playing with the same balls but playing opposite hands.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it?
Good line here from Paul. Pace is right, he'd be very good.
You still line up?
What's man short, Bernie, please?
14 inches.
Thank you.
You seen any changes in the ring through the week, Jason?
It's like anything, David. I think the speed of the carpet, I mentioned it earlier, it's not changed much, but it does change like any indoor surface. It's going between about 17 and 18. I find when it gets a little bit cold, this backhand isn't too bad. The forehand becomes a little bit lazy just at the end.
That ball from Paul there early in the week where they were absolutely flying back, it just seemed to hold a touch.
It's gone very cold though as the week's gone on, hasn't it? This temperature outside is really cold.
Oh, it is. Got to be better with this.
Yeah, has to bend for the jack.
Oh, great effort.
Unlucky. Any touch on anything there was going to secure that. Those of you that like to see the live scorecard at the same time, just to see, some people like to see patterns emerging and things like that, I'll just post the link to the scorecard for you.
Looks in the area again, eh?
Yeah, you just bend round it.
Yeah, very
Oh,
good.
brilliant.
Great stuff.
Cracking ball from Mark Dawes. Couple of options. He could force the red ball onto it, David. Doesn't want a bit of jack movement. I don't think he'll go any worse down, but it's either that or he can play an absolute dead draw.
He was close with his last, wasn't he? Yeah, back in the draw. And then just over on that jack makes a couple. Line's not a mile away, I'll tell you.
Yeah, not far off.
Not a mile away.
Just needs to run a bit.
That's a great effort.
Oh,
Paul.
what a great ball.
Great effort.
Unlucky.
One shot, Mark Dawes.
Mark
So another
Dawes,
single for
set
Mark
score
Dawes. He
1-5
just slightly extends
after 4
his
ends.
lead in this first set. 5 shots to 1.
Yeah, he was only playing with us. Only playing with us, just teasing.
28 and a half.
Never worried. He was never worried.
Great opening ball again.
Yeah, that was what I was saying earlier, David. It's those front 2 balls.
Yeah, it sets you up so well, doesn't it, for the end. Paul following now. He's gone down the same line. Bad either.
Yep, just needs to make the trip.
Great stuff.
Oh, fantastic.
Great stuff. Good again here. Get to that back ball will be nice. Don't really need it.
Oh.
Dead draw. Well played.
Fantastic, yep. Might just see Mark reach this. Play just slightly over the draw. A couple of connections that are quite good.
Right. Right down the neck of this. He's close to the 2 balls.
Oh,
it's
super.
perfect.
Deary me. Must get boring being that good.
That's something he certainly doesn't lack as well. He can stick those 2 front balls in, but then he can take yours out as well. It makes you sick. Played lead for a long time for the country, didn't he? And then has moved. I believe he's skipping. Yeah, isn't it? Yeah. Paul very close again.
Wants to get hold of the jack nice and
Oh,
full.
that's great
Yeah,
stuff.
bingo. Some top quality balls being played here at Stanley. Well,
He's
to
dependent.
get down to the jack.
Oh, he's close again, isn't he?
Just going to
Oh.
slip by. Very close.
He might have been
Lucky.
desperately unlucky there.
Unlucky. It's hard to tell from the angle, but
Still looks red from
yeah,
here,
I was
doesn't
going to
it?
say, still looks Paul Foster's bowl. I think Bernie favours the red bowl as well.
Paul was just saying there, I think he thought he had the full jack all day long there. It just hung and thinned it instead. Well, Paul, what a ball this is.
Sturgeon it up.
What a
Oh,
ball this is.
fantastic.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
It's a pair for Paul Foster. He's going to just close this gap now
Foster,
to 2.
set score 3-5 after 5
Quite
ends.
interesting stats here for you, David. Obviously, Mark's been so successful over the last kind of 3 years. He's played Paul Foster on the tour 4 times, and Paul Foster's actually won all 4 games against Mark Dawes. So
Interesting.
he'll be out to change that. Matches played for Mark Dawes on the tour 52, only lost 19 of those and won 2 titles. That's not a bad stat, is it?
Bad at all.
Paul Foster, well, he's been around an awful lot longer. He's played 203 matches on the World Bowls Tour, only lost 59 of those, with 10 titles won as singles titles.
Yeah.
4.5 metres.
It's funny how these little sequences build up as well, 2 absolute top-notch players, but then obviously Paul's got a 4-0 head-to-head. Sometimes you can just find that player who you kind of quite get on top of.
So as expected, Paul Foster bringing the mat right up, almost to the minimum mark.
Wider line from Paul here. Head back.
Pace needed. played. Again, some good opening balls played from both players. All about 18 inches away from the jack at the moment.
I'll just be looking for one right in the middle of his last two. So a slightly better line here. It's still just hanging a touchdown there though.
Just the weight more than anything. I think David Inty just slightly overplayed that. Maybe 2.5 feet or so.
This one here, one red now.
Another example of those camera angles. You put your money on that back green ball. Bernie fancies the jack eye red. Paul's looking from here. The back ball looks well in, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it's the position of the camera, isn't it? Because obviously the camera's further back.
Yeah.
Just gives you a slight false reading.
Paul,
Well,
have you adjusted?
This line's good. Base looks pretty decent as well. Just pulling up.
Quiet. Got it surrounded.
Yep. It's obviously watered it this morning. Well, Mark, just need to negotiate the front red ball with decent pace and you're in.
Touching the jack will be nice as well. Make a 3.
Yep, that'll definitely be a bonus. Will it stop? Will it stop?
Just about make it, I think. Yep,
Yep,
on the mark.
on to Mark.
One shot, Mark good.
Mark Dawes, set score 3-6 after 6 ends.
6-3. Still 3 ends to come. .5 metres.
It's probably a silly question this, Jason. You know Mark really well from your county, but do you think he worries about that 4 wins for Paul against his 0?
No.
Nah, neither did I.
That kind of stuff doesn't faze Mark at all. You know, it's one of the most...
Horizontal.
Yes.
Laid back.
Yes, he really is very laid back.
Great stuff.
Quick question, why are they back to red and green bowls when they could play with their own bowls? It's still the same rules here. If they could have played with any colour if they wanted to.
They've played with these balls all week, haven't they?
Yeah, it's just the stickers that stay the same. Could have played with a black set or a yellow set, but you know, they choose to play with the red and green bowls, which they play with, you know, 98% of the season. Then that's up to them. So it's not anything that's been forced on. You'll see David Gourlay in the next game. He's playing with I think it's called Ocean Blue, which is a new colour from Taylor Bowls.
Is that the lighter blue that I've seen?
It's a lighter blue, yeah. They're actually Claire Anderson's bowls.
Right.
So yeah, they're a lighter blue. Jamie will just play with his red ones. Well, what's your pace like now, Paul?
Looks
Line's
decent.
good.
Not bad. He ain't bad.
Full touch.
What an effort.
Oh, unlucky. Just wait to sit marks away.
It's the run with this mark. It's slightly under, I think. Just catching his own. He can look down this other hand, up through his own ball, or if he passes, he gets to the shot.
Yeah, he's got to play. If he stays to the draw, it looks like he's going to sit off his own red ball, fall back to the jack, and still probably be one down. If he's playing the forehand, he's going to play his own ball through Mark Dawes' ball.
Chance for a couple here if he gets it right.
Yeah, only needs to be just up.
Not a million miles away.
Can he
Does he
get down
bend?
through the hole as well?
Does he bend?
Slight touch. Oh, he's been unlucky.
Still want to mark.
Just wanted just to get to the bowl
Mark
really rather
Dawes.
than the jack.
Set score 3,
Touched it in
7,
no favours in the end,
7,
really.
8.
No. So Mark Dawes just needs to score this end just to finish this first set. Paul will be looking to score probably at least a 2. 28.5 metres again.
28.5 metres.
Start again, Mark. Well played.
Past Mark.
2 inches past Jack Eye, so we'll stick to the forehand. Play down to Mark's bowl of the jack.
It's required again.
Needs to run, I think. Just fall away.
Looks good. Looks good. Gets the inside edge. He's perfect. Yeah,
Oh.
great stuff.
Fantastic.
See you there, Mark.
Quick look at it.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Let's have a little look.
Question from Andrew there. Is this available on YouTube? Yes, it is. On the World Balls Tour channel.
There's a quick picture of the Stanley crowd, and there's Richie there, keeping up to date on his mobile phone. Probably listening into us, is he?
He will be. Well, Mark. Not a mile away again.
Nice and solid and stopped. Yeah, it's a good ball. Bit of a wizard at those shots. Paul Foster's bowl, live bowl in the ditch just by the centre rink. That could come in handy.
hand.
Yeah, if you can just get inside that back bowl and count, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Do the players ever get refused to visit the head? I think I've only known it twice, I think. Depends on the state of the game and the players. These players are that quick anyway.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't really take them long to get up and down. Like Paul's a tall guy, it only takes him about 4 strides and he's there.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think a lot of it depends on how quickly the two players are playing in the game.
If they're deliberately trying to slow the play down, then yes, the marker will step in.
Very close, Mark. Ah, you've played a great ball.
And get a touch.
I thought Paul might have stayed with that hand with his last ball, just to take that draw away. Still a chance here if he gets solid on the board, makes a couple.
Well, needs to start bending.
Not
Here
bad.
it comes.
Just through the gap, isn't he?
Oh,
Great.
really? Just top side of that ball would have made a couple. So it's going to be Mark Dawes that takes this opening set of this semi-final 8 shots to 3.
Shot, Mark Dawes.
Fair reflection, I think, that, David.
First set.
Yeah,
Set
high
score
quality set, but I think
3-8.
Mark just edged it.
Yeah, Mark played some good, consistent stuff at the front there with his 2 bowls, like we said, and those times where Paul managed to, play some good bowls as well, Mark was able to play those important conversion shots at the right time. But like we're seeing sets many, many times, the game can change very quickly.
.28.5 metres.
You just put it behind you, don't you, David? That's the important thing. You can't dwell on it. There's nothing you can do about it. So just concentrate on securing the second set and then force the tie break. And, well, sometimes it's just down to a little bit of lady luck.
Yep.
As relentless here, these opening bowls.
Great reply from Paul. Oh, that's great
Oh,
stuff.
fantastic.
The gap on that ball, Bernie,
On
please.
the last ball,
Yeah, please.
4 inches.
Thank you. Got 2 seconds, Bernie.
Yes, 2 seconds.
If Mark will just switch his hand here and try to get through his own front ball.
Yeah, he can bounce it across, can't he? Outside edge, flicks it across. Even if he gets to the red bowl, he's going to release this jack, give himself a bit more room.
He's a little bit wide. There's a chance he gets to Paul's last ball.
Needs to hold up.
Great effort.
Not far away, just that half a ball tight. See Miss Dunwoody poking her head around the corner there, eating as usual.
Great road from Paul, just pulling up a touch short. the draw here, do you think? Yeah. Looking to draw around his own front ball. Have you push, Mark?
Yeah, it looks like it's making a hissing noise, just not going to reach. Well, a chance for Paul Foster just to slot his last ball in. Either hand available on a dead draw.
You're on a good line.
One shot, Paul Foster.
Nice pulling shot.
Paul Foster, set score 1-0 after one end, second set.
Well, Paul Foster takes this opening end of the second set. He's keeping the map back this time. Would have didn't play the jack short.
Just
Played
over
similar
the flag.
length but in a different position of the green.
Nice.
Slightly further. 25.5, 26 metres, there you go.
Paul was just struggling to get back to centre on that.
Length,
short
yeah.
length,
6
wasn't
metres.
The extra couple of metres length will just allow the ball just to bend that a little bit more.
Good opener. Played. Yeah, good stuff. Just a war of attrition between these two, isn't it? They're both just trying to eke out any sort of advantage whatsoever. Both playing some great stuff. I'll play it again here, Paul.
Yep, inch perfect.
Gap, Benny.
Your gap, 2 inch.
Shoulders are running. Just pulling up short.
I wonder whether Mark may just play, if it lands on that red ball slightly off centre, both go.
You do, and his is quite safe as well, isn't it? Locked into the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Mark will just come have a little look at the angles here. The Danes will be playing the nearest ball onto the jack. Could get a 2, but he has got a ball to recover from this. But
Yes. Very good play.
yeah, the left-hand ball, if he catches it left-hand side of centre, it should peel away. It just depends on then where his ball goes. Sometimes you see a ball spin through the head and just make contact.
Yeah, I don't think he'll refuse this. He could draw to his own ball and still be 2 down if he drop back on the jacks. He'll look to peel these 2 out. Well, Mark, he's certainly in the area. Are you going to hang on? Oh, he's
Oh
got,
my
how's he got
goodness.
his own from there?
He played the backhand so he couldn't get his own ball. How on
How on
does he hit
earth has he
that?
got that?
How on, that looked impossible.
That's what we just said. Mark's just simply
That's
played
just
that.
exactly what we just said. Played that hand because he couldn't hit it.
Stupid game at times.
Well, in a little bit of trouble now. Paul's line a 3, it looks like.
Interesting to see what Paul does here.
It's going to go deep, I think, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You can't make it any wider.
Don't think the angles quite suit getting all 3 of the balls, does it?
No.
Don't think it'll get the back one.
Get a result that gets him a 1 down. It's his best option here.
A switch of hands.
If he plays something very similar and gets the left-hand ball, as you can see it now, left-hand ball corner, releases the jack and then runs through the head with his ball, that could be the best option he has. It's up to him though what he plays. He needs to somehow make contact and then run through with it.
Down near that, slightly more controlled. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah,
That's a great ball.
that was definitely the result he had. Just make contact and then run through.
One shot.
Cut it down to 1.
Paul Foster, set score 2-0 after 2 ends.
Nice shout out there from Terry Jackson. Thoughts and prayers today for, obviously, the late Tony Horrobin. Huge loss to the game, David.
Yeah, sad loss.
Very sad. Tony's funeral's on Wednesday. I've had the honour of being asked to speak. A little bit nervous, to be honest, but it's the least I could do for him. I've known him a very long time.
So you've been friends all the years.
5 metres.
Ball's gone a little bit shorter here, I think. Good opening ball.
Up the gears now. Good first bowl.
Certainly had the better of the second set so far.
Well, something similar for Paul if he can just get down to this jack.
Very close.
Needs to stay up. Paul could try and force through his own bowl here, I think, David. Force it onto the jack. If he's, slightly off target, he's going to lose one of those green bowls.
Doesn't need a fly at it, does he? Yard over the pace.
Keeping it nice and simple. Wants it onto the jack now.
He's got
Oh,
two balls,
fantastic.
Great stuff.
Fantastic bowl. With a big 3 there. Some good conversion shots being played by both of these players.
Can't do any more than just stick it back in there. He's never far away. It's so important to just counteract every shot, really. Been a great game. Paul's still hanging on to 1. Close for the second. Climbed shot down the backhand, Jason, just reaching up through his own. Get down to Paul's is good.
Yes, I think so. He plays that just over the shot quite well, doesn't he?
Exactly what he's looking at. His pace is very good for it.
Yeah. Let's just miss his own ball first. Oh, how far's that? Oh, the
And there's
double
that back
bounce.
ball coming to play.
Dear me, he was unlucky there.
It was.
That jack continued to go. He was going to count the shot, but it's got a bit of a double bounce.
Paul Foster, set score 3-0 after 3 ends. Second set.
Had to work hard for these 3 shots, didn't he?
Yeah, he worked very hard. Yeah.
At 6 metres.
Score is 3. Yes, it's back now. Oh, exceptional.
Sometimes they're not really words needed, is there? It's just quite nice to watch tremendous balls.
Yeah, just sit back and let the picture tell the story.
Yeah.
Two gaps, please.
Yours?
I marked.
1.5 on yours, 6 on Mark's.
Loads of room. 1.5 there you go.
3 in there.
3. Just needs to throw the anchor out. Yep. Another one in the area. 2 seconds now for Mark Dawes.
I'll just try to get to that last ball. Pace required. Line's perfect. Oh, he's
Sits
played a
off the back
cracker,
one
eh?
and back.
Is he downing enough? Oh, he's been
Just
on
fell the wrong
yeah.
way. Yeah, we just got down to it. Fuller have sat in and made 2. Not much on here for Mark.
Just a full draw, isn't it?
Maybe
Oh.
try and get down to the red ball, sit back against the jack. Just looking if there's any. There is a plant at the front, but the jack's going to scoot out to the right hand side of you, or the left hand side of your screen as you can see it now. I think that might lose a 2 there.
He's not going to be too far away if he gets to the balls just behind and sits off the back. Line again. Is he up? Just not quite up.
Yep.
Paul Foster.
Another one. Paul Foster.
Paul Foster, set
There's a
score
few little bits of chats going on the
4-0 after 4
forum
ends,
there.
second set.
It's obviously a brand new event. This different than anything we've ever done before, David.
It is. It's been great.
Slightly shorter. Just played very quickly over 3 days. There's Jamie Chesney spying in, getting a bit of last minute advice there from what the bowls are doing at the moment. But yeah, this is a new way of doing things. We've had an awful lot of interest actually, which is fantastic, from various businesses and things, and talks about maybe
24.5
moving around
metres.
different venues, David, which is always a great thing to do, isn't it? Showcase the sport in various parts of the United Kingdom. If you are interested in getting involved regarding any advertising or sponsorship, you can contact us at the World Bowls Tour using our email address. It's corporateevents@worldbowlstour.org. I think it's a sport where when you still need to work, it's important to support both qualifiers and the players, get it played off quickly so they're not having to take too much time off work. I think that's what's gone down very well.
It has, yeah. It's worked very well this week. These two are at it again.
Little touching down.
Give it a rest, lads, eh?
Must be an easy rink this, David.
Yeah, got to be.
Absolute outstanding.
I thought the object was maybe to put one about 4 foot away sometimes.
That's where I've been going wrong all along. Front touches are so overrated.
Yeah, totally.
Well, just going to slip by with the pace.
Good ball. Pushing well. Quite over this mark, I don't think. Rubbish. However.
Paul and Mark having just a little giggle between them there. I think Paul was probably saying the same. Away.
Oh, yeah, sort yourself out. Great line here from Paul.
What's that Paul said as he passed?
It's the hard side.
Hard side.
Close here, Mark. Very close here.
Yeah, gently, gently, gently. Oh. Oh. Wow. Not that hard.
The way it's actually there, I think Paul's got a little bit of a chance through his own plant.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I think he might just miss the jack and flick the back one away as well.
Yeah, there's also that slight chance of his off-target hitting the front green one into the plant as well.
Yeah.
He has got the best back at the moment. Just wondering how big that port is at the front as well, David. Is it big enough for Paul to hit the hole and get into the split itself? Look, if he could nearly just get through that hole, David, between the two short bowls.
He's playing the draw, isn't he? Playing the draw around the balls here.
Yeah. not going to reach.
An effort. Maybe he just thought.
Bad connection with Mark with one ball still to come.
Yeah. Do we know
Well, if Mark,
one or
if
two?
Mark draws another I'm going.
Mark draws another A, I'm taking up chess.
Yeah. Even Mark can't get another one in there.
Mark Dawes.
So Mark
Set
Dawes on the
score
scorecard.
4-2 after 5 ends, second set.
Paul Foster leads this second set 4 shots to 2 after 5 ends. If you have just joined us, very good morning to you. Welcome to Stanley and Bowls Club for this GarageRoost.com inaugural UK Open. Another semi-final game for you at 12:30 this afternoon. David Gourlay, MBE, the number 7 seed, taking on Jamie Chesney, the number 14 seed. And then the final will be, just been notified, will be 3:30, just to give the player that wins that second game a little bit of a break. I think it's a bit more advantage if you have the longer break or the slightly shorter break, so it's more.
Shorter break, I think.
7.5.
Shorter break, do you think?
Yeah.
The games aren't too long, so there's not too much hanging around, but still going to probably be maybe 2.5 hours before you go on for your practice. They're young and fit people, these, that can manage 2 games.
Rare slack start from Mark. Good adjustment.
Certainly is. Well, down the forehand, just looking to arrive on the shot bowl or turn the jack around the corner will be very good as well. The line like, just needs to run now.
Close. Needs it clean.
Nice and solid. Oh, brilliant.
Close, Mark. Very close. Oh. Great stuff.
Oh, still okay.
Acknowledged from Paul a yard away. We knew it was good. Almost under the line here. One to Mark.
Yep.
Mark Dawes.
Clawing his way back into this second set.
4-3.
One adrift
after
now,
6
going into
ends,
the last 3
second
ends.
set. 28 metres.
Good stuff. Both players, great stuff. Great line again, from Paul.
You just get
That's
right behind
really
the jack
good
back.
stuff. Really good balls.
Sits back
well
now.
played.
Oh. Well, the mark might just run at this.
Yeah, I
If he
think
plays
so.
the forehand, he's got the slight edge of his own balls, hasn't he? If he's just slightly off target.
Well called, Jason. He's right down the neck again. Oh, what a
Bingo.
ball, man.
Oh.
What a ball.
Just the three.
Yeah. Plenty of room for Paul on the spot.
Bernie just tidying up the bowls. The jack is always the last thing to be put into play. Three shots to green at the moment.
Well played, Paul.
Excellent. Mark's just going to have to draw down to this. I know he's line 3, but he can't afford to attack it and miss. That'll give Paul a easy 2. So he'll try and get as close as he can. He'll want the shot, but a very close second will be plan B.
Just under the line. Good second though. One for Paul to beat.
That's a job done.
Yeah, just the fourth ball within 2 inches this end. Average.
But Paul Foster, set score 6-3 after
cracking
7
2
ends,
for
second set.
Paul Foster there. Puts him in a much better position for this second set. A set he needs to win if he's going to force this tie break. Probably go back to the 25.5 metre length jack, which has served him well so far in this second set.
.26 metres.
Mentioned this earlier, David, isn't it? It's the importance of just completely letting that first set go out of your mind and just refocusing. And Paul's gone up 3 or 4 gears here.
Yes, I'm sure both players before the start of the game wouldn't be expecting not to lose a set against either each other. I definitely feel Paul over the last 4 or 5 ends has really stepped it up. Mark's still playing good balls, but I want to hang in some respects.
Yeah, just have to think about this. He's probably going to play the backhand down to the green bowl. Just a little bit of a ledge should he be that little bit too far.
Good effort. Close here, Mark.
Well, can you just get down to the red bowl?
Yeah, great
That's
stuff.
good,
Like
fantastic.
that. Same ball for Paul here, isn't it? Get into his own. Should make shot. Yeah, he switched. Well played here, Mark, again.
So just miss his own first, and then slips back. Slightly bit of a target. I wonder whether Paul may just hit this. Have a look at it, whether it's just 2 or if it's the 3. There's 2 options. You can draw down to the green bowl, or you can attack this.
Draw.
Just looking to get into the pocket, isn't he, really?
It's on a high
As long as
line.
he's not too wide, because it won't bend if he's just slightly quick.
It's on a high line. Needs to be good pace. Just over.
Well, this is quite a big chance here for Mark Dawes. Important bowl. He can get this back to level peg and going into the final end.
Mark. Kept it on a high line as well.
Needs to bend. Coming now,
Strength
needs
is
to bend
very
more.
good, but not quite, I don't think.
Yeah, that's fine. One point, please.
Don't think it hit the back one. I don't think it was. Yeah, I just when I went by, I thought nearly.
So these two look right. That one is chocolate.
Yeah, that's where I get in. I thought it was in. I'm trying to get in here. I don't think it is.
Well, just a quick measure here. It's quite close all round. This will be a big 3 for Mark. Well, either way, doesn't really matter, I suppose. If it's a 2, still has to just win the last end, doesn't
That's
he?
right, yeah.
So 2 or 3, I guess it's not much difference for Mark.
I think it's much different for either player, is it?
Same kind of.
It's exactly the same scenario, isn't it, for both
Yep.
players? the 2. So,
Yep, 2 shots to Mark Dawes, so we have a one-end shootout, Davey.
Yeah.
Mark Dawes wins this end. He goes through to the final at 3:30. Paul wins the end. 3-end tie
2
break.
shots, Mark Dawes. Set score 6.
It's a game worthy of a tie break.
Oh, it's been a fantastic game.
8.5 metres.
We'll catch just a couple of words with the winner of this game straight after the match. No, the music doesn't annoy the players. We've been asking all the players what they think about the music, and they actually prefer it because we don't get put off. There's a lot of chatter going on behind us in the crowd, which is good because I think we need to have that atmosphere, David.
Yeah.
David Gourlay said he didn't even hear the music.
I was just about to say, and that's who I've spoken to, and certainly when
It's
playing
not-
earlier in the week, you don't even notice it once you're embroiled in the game.
Yeah, the music is a trial. It's the first time we've done it. It's not the ideal music, but we can work on that. It's just seeing what it goes like.
Mark in pole position as it stands, but Paul's just over again here, I
Yep.
think. Close again here, Mark. Can't do much more than that when you're looking to win the end.
Yep.
Paul might attack this
Ball.
through the split, do you think?
Yeah, if he can land in that split, run through, pick the jack up, would be a very good ball.
This will be quick.
Yeah. Looking for the split.
Needs to
and
hold on.
connection.
Needs to hold on. He's under. Got his own, has he? Well, that doesn't help the situation at all. Mark will potentially look to cover the back here. You would favour if he gets clean into the split, the jack's going to
Yes.
come straight back, isn't it? It's going to be in luck if it catches the back ball.
Yeah, I think he could nearly get. The trouble is here, he could nearly get all 3 balls as well and miss the jack. You know, you've got to like you say, David, land in the split. There's a couple of options for Paul.
Yeah.
Just wondering whether Mark may try and play between the furthest red ball and the ditch.
I think so. 5-6 foot behind. Certainly where it's heading. He's gone down the other side. Just needs to run a touch. Yeah, good ball. Well, he's done everything he can with his 4 balls.
Well, decision time for world number 4, Paul Foster. There's probably 3 options. Drive, hopefully you take all 3 balls away.
So there is a sneaky chance of that as well, isn't there?
Yep.
If he catches the inside ball just
If he-
over 3/4, he'll follow on through the other and clean the back one out as well.
If he's very brave, he could play just over down this forehand, rest the black and green ball, sit for shot. There's a little corner opportunity of his wide red ball, but that would be very, very difficult.
Paul has just about got the spot as well, hasn't he?
Yep, there's the trophy that they're playing for. GarageRoost.com UK Open 2022. Well, Paul's made his mind up for sure. he's playing forehand. I wonder if he's playing down to this bowl. Yeah, he's playing the harder shot down to the red
This
green
will
bowl.
be some ball if he plays this.
Needs to skirt the front.
Just under the line, yeah.
Hasn't done. It's going to be Mark Dawes that defeats Paul Foster in this semi-final. 2 sets to 0.
Breaks his hoodoo.
Yep.
Breaks his hoodoo against Paul as well.
Yep, I'll leave you in the capable hands of Davy Bolt and our sponsors page, and I'll grab a quick word with the winner.
Fantastic game of balls there. Hope everybody's enjoyed that. Can't ask for much from both players and the quality shown.
Okay, everybody. Well, I'm joined here by the winner of that game, Mark Dawes. First of all, Mark, congratulations.
Yeah, appreciate that, Jason. Yeah, really happy with that.
You seem to get off to a really, really good start with your first 2 bowls in that first set.
Yeah, I think that's the strength of my game. When I'm playing well, the first 2 balls are crucial, and against Paul particularly, you really need to get him first, because otherwise he'll do that to you all day.
Slight change of tactic for Paul in this second set. They went slightly longer with the jack and played some really, really good opening bowls himself.
Yeah, and to be honest, I tended to get in first set, and the second set I was just hanging on, to be honest, trying to just give myself a chance. Unfortunately, played a couple of decent ends towards the back end of the set.
I'm not sure you was aware there. You've played Paul on the circuit now 4 times, and he's beaten you all 4 times. Are you aware of that?
I was well aware of it, yeah.
Yeah.
So I know my record against Paul is dreadful. So yeah, to be fair, the law of averages says I might win one eventually.
Good. Well, you've got a little bit of a wait now to the final, so congratulations and very good luck later on in the final.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Well, everybody, that's all we have time for this session. Join us again for the next semi-final on the stream, which will be 12:30, and that's going to be Jamie Chesney taking on David Gourlay. But until then, it's bye for now.